Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Crow's Nest podcast. This is Evok,
TDZ here.
and this is the fourth edition of the podcast, where we just want money for our training, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all I need.
So today, the plan is to answer your question once again, and if we have a bit of time left, most likely what we're going to talk about is the SMGHL draft, and maybe the IHF that's going on right now.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a little bit of time. Didn't get a ton of questions this week, but Clint asked us a ton, at least himself.
Yeah, and sometimes, we never know, they can be, really long to answer without you even realizing it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so I guess we can jump right into these questions.
Yep.
Clint is... When I asked for goal last podcast, you gave me goals I should give to myself. I'll try again. What are your goals for this upcoming season?
Is question, to have goal for ourselves, actually?
Last podcast, he asked what are some goals to have for this season.
Yeah.
And we took it as us talking to him. So I think he meant what do we have goals for ourselves-wise.
Yeah, well, this question was really vague last week. Give me some goal for this upcoming season. There's nothing telling us, give me your goal. Okay, so, starting with goals. So, my main goal this season will most likely keep doing the good work I was doing last season. Hopefully, I will have to see what's happening right now with the HO position, because I was the intern, which is a position that is reserved most likely for a rookie. So I'm not quite certain I will keep it, or if I will still be involved with the HO right now. But that's something that I hope I can keep in some extent, and overall, hoping that my player will have a great year as well.
Can't hate on that. Goals for me, the only main goal I have is to lift that cup. I don't care if I have 0 points all season, as long as the team wins. But realistically, I think I'm going to have a pretty good season because I should be first pairing and getting a good amount of time. Though St. Louis is pretty stacked this season on D, so time could be split pretty evenly when we have 6 cap D.
Yeah, they might just put 20 minutes each and that's it.
Yeah, but I will get first power play and first penalty kill, so...
Which help to get some points to an extent.
Yeah. Penalty kill is not going to help at all for points.
Well, it depends for who. I managed to get point last year.
I had one in the rookie showcase. Whatever team I was, Lions or something maybe in that. I don't even remember. I think I was the Lions. Whatever team I was on in that, though, I actually had a shorthanded point. I don't even know how. But whatever.
I think I got the goal this season, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think y'all had 2.
No, I don't think I had 2, though. Short-handed?
No, I'm saying Halifax alone.
Oh, that's possible, though. I'm curious now. I want to go see when I will have removed that in front of my cat. Okay, so Halifax, let's go see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 6 points shorthanded for y'all.
6 points? Oh, that's amazing. That's 2 goals, so most likely. If my computer wants to stop being slow, I will be able to see. When you scroll down and it doesn't, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
So short-handed. Yeah, we had 2 goals. 2 short-handed goals. Me and Loco had a goal.
Oh, of course it was Loco.
Yeah, we had 3 assists, so someone didn't get an assist on those goals.
Loco probably crushed somebody and turned it over.
That would not surprise me at all, actually. It's pretty impressive. Just being able to get point in the penalty kill is something.
Yeah, so I mean, I might get 1 this season, but I'm not banking on that at all.
And
Uh,
I'm just looking at like Halifax points, and Grogan, which was one of our defensemen, had 17 point in power play. That's like more than half his point total of the year.
yeah, which should be whoever's next up for you, maybe Chippy, because Grogan's up in Seattle now.
Yeah, which is sad because his player was amazing.
Yeah, the only person that could get more penalties than Loco.
That's true.
He couldn't catch him. All right. Up next, TDZ. How do you enjoy your updating and mentor job? Mentor is amazing to me. I love it. I've been wanting this job since probably 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in. Um, the mentors are so amazing to me that it made me want to help other people too because of how confusing the site was for me. And I thought I could help explain it to other people so that they weren't as confused as I was. And plus, I'm going to be a teacher anyways. It's just like natural for me to help. So, mentor job's great. Updating, on the other hand, is, I mean, it's a pain in the ass.
Especially with the off-season update, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I did 2 teams over the weekend, and it took me 3 hours per team. Granted, on the second day, I probably would have been done in like 2, but I kept taking breaks to talk on Discord, so that one kind of stretched out. But still, like 5 hours for 2 teams is insane, when it usually takes me like 30 minutes to an hour for one.
Yeah. Like, especially, like you said, if you had Discord open on the side, like, Discord seems to take a lot of the focus away.
Yeah, every time something popped up, I was like, oh, I gotta go check that out.
Yeah, like, even myself when I'm doing some work, like, because I have Discord open at work, and even when I write my letters, I have Discord open, and I feel really more productive when it's actually not open.
Oh, yeah. I closed it for the first one because when I was doing LA, it got so bad. And that sped it up, but it still was terrible. But yeah, I'd say Mentor's great. Updating is pain, but it's worth the money, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, especially when you're full-time updater, it's worth the money. Like I was saying all the time this week, being a backup is not worth the trouble of doing an off-season update. Like, most likely though, if more backers were doing updates during the off season, because the main problem for the off season is that no one is doing it for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So if more backup were doing it like every week, probably it would not be as much as a pain for the normal updater, and like that would be good money, like because it's like a normal update.
Yeah, I mean, just going through some of the long ones, you had people gaining like 100 TP or close to it, just like I did. So, Wozy, I'm sorry for my update as well, because you had to do me. But, I mean, you have 3-4 weeks. It's like 3 weeks updates, because I had activity checks all the way back to like 168 in some of them, or 169. So I had 169 and 170, and then I think I was done before 171. Or no, because when I did New England, 171 was already out. So it's just so much because nobody's doing it for weeks on end, and then you have this long, huge update, and you got to dig through all this and make sure close to 100 TP is correct and everything's right.
Yeah,
and
like
it gets to be a pain.
People actually count properly, and off season is also the update the equipment like purchase moment.
Yeah, plus you get that coming in. You got to make sure that's going to the right areas.
Yeah, and that like people are actually, if they are resigning, that they respect, like they spend the money and all that kind of shit.
Plus, because I'm SHL teams now, I have to deal with regression.
Oh yeah, you do regression as well.
Yeah, I did plenty of regression yesterday and Sunday.
That must be a pain.
It's different.
But like updating is one of the probably hardest job on this website, as well as Simmer. So like they deserve it. Like, they deserve the money they gain with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only reason I'm dealing with it, because it'll pay for my equipment every season. So
Yeah, after that you only have to care about like trainings.
exactly, and that's what this is for.
Okay,
Alright,
so yeah.
This next one's for you.
Okay.
How do you like every other job you stole?
I'll be honest and say I don't think I sold that many that everyone like is always complaining about.
I think you stole so many in the beginning that
Yeah.
it became just a running joke.
Yeah.
And then it became me that kind of started taking jobs.
Yeah. Like I think I got 2 jobs. Like, and then after that, like, I actually have 4, I think. I have the backup updater, which I talked a bit about that. Well, as much as like I don't feel it's really worth the money for a backup updating. Like, it's 500k per theme, and like it can take like 45 minutes for a theme, which like I'm able to do in like 30 minutes with media. So like, and it's so it's an important job that I feel you can't mess up. So I'm like always feeling like, is it really worth the money to do that? But like,
Yeah.
I still want to keep that job, like, in case, like, because I want to help. So if I see that a team is not updated, like, and I know that if it's not updated before the end of the day, the sim won't happen until it is. So like, I feel like I'm helping everyone, like, by being there and doing it.
For sure.
Um, so that's why I still keep it, and that, like, despite it's not fitting the best my schedule, because I work on the Mondays, like, it's something interesting to do. The second job I have is the HO intern, where I was approving players and just helping out overall with the HO, which I really liked. Like I talked a bit at the beginning, I don't know what will happen with that position, but I hope I'm still able to keep helping HO. I really enjoyed doing the draft, helping with it, the junior draft. Because I set it up, I was during the draft. I was doing like I was moving player page to their right teams. Overall, after that, approving player is something like that is quite easy to do, and I enjoy. Like, I get to welcome every player, and I get to frustrate everyone because they don't have time to say welcome.
Yeah, that is pretty frustrating.
Which is a really great thing.
I'm gonna start unlocking those threads.
Oh, that's true. I actually forgot you asked me to do something in the last 2 player updated. I proved it actually. Which is check your message. I will remember next time now. After that, another job I received was the head of Team Ireland, that I am enjoying so far. It can get a bit frustrating, as some people hear me complain in the last 2 days. But I mean, it's life. It's a fickle, I don't fickle like simulation, and you just have to accept that it's rarely gonna go your way. Especially since with a middle of the pack, well, middle bottom part of the pack team like Ireland. Uh, I mean, we did better than last year, and we still missed by like a point or so the middle round, which is at the end of the day really frustrating. But it's life, and we're just gonna get better and better, and one day, we'll manage to do it.
Yep. I mean, you missed out by 1 point in a stacked group, so.
Yeah. Like, it was literally going down to, could we get at least 1 point in the last sim, and could Sweden lose? Which they didn't. We got the point we needed. Like, Ireland managed to do, like, the job they had to do, because even with 3 points, we wouldn't have passed if Sweden had win. Or even, like, losing OT, I think would have tied or something. So, we really had needed Sweden to lose, but that didn't happen. So
Yeah, I mean, I know at one point on that last day there was some scenario where there could have been a 5-way tie.
5-way tie. Oh my god.
And USA would have been the team looking out, even though they had only like 2 losses, but most of their wins were like overtime and shootout. So they didn't have the regulation wins for the row to break the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So they would have had more wins, but less points.
So it's quite frustrating. Like, this is one of the things with the international hockey, since they have like a 3-point system, which like can put teams in a position that is like, I got more win at the end of the day, but they're not good win. Like, they're not regulation time win. And last thing, last job I have is the head scout of Halifax, which I must say I really love. Like, it's something that fit more my chord of job I like, which is kind of a mindless job. What I basically had to do is to like grade rookies, which I'm able to do as the approver. Just get to learn them a bit more, which I had access to the season 37 locker room on Discord, and basically filling an Excel sheet that like is the kind of like just manual-ish labor, like, because I don't have to think, I just have to input the information and that's it. Like, even if I messed up one day, I can like catch myself the day after and everything.
Definitely.
And the last part was just to suggest players to the general manager, like Leach, to pick during the draft. So it's a job I really like, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity with the Raiders.
Plus it helps being able to be in that Discord.
Yeah.
Alright. If you two were to compare your aimed playstyles to any NHL player, past or present, who would you say? For example, I play like Johnny Boychuk. I think mine's right on my sig. I mean, I try to make my player like Chris Letang. He's top 4 D-man in the league for a reason, I would say. Top 5, maybe. Somewhere in there, I'm not going to debate. But, you know, great offensively and really solid defensively as well. I want to be great on both sides of the ice, but I'm not going to be a pass-first kind of D-man.
For my part, I actually have no clue to an extent. Like, when I created my player for the height, the weight, and the handness, I based myself on Ovechkin. Like, because he's a great sniper.
Yeah, my weight and stuff isn't like Letang, because my dude's like 6'6". I'm probably more like Parayko in that sense.
But, like, everything else than that, I have no idea who my player is, like, comparable with. Because I'm not someone who look more than that at play style when I'm looking, like I'm doing a simulation. I'm more the way that what could help my player be better. I'm gonna boost that skill. Like, so
yeah, basically.
I don't really know who Fletcher would play like, but everything like from the base build is based on Ovechkin. I don't know if it's still Ovechkin now though.
Well, if your defense is like 30, it might be.
Okay, well, it's not Ovechkin. I'm actually like, I would be a sniper that is also good defensively, but I don't know who in the league would be compared to that.
Off the top of my head, I probably don't know.
And also, like, this season, I'm more of a, like, assist guy than goal anyway, so.
Yeah.
But it's life. That's Simon T. Like, if Simon T decide I'm doing more pass than anything, well, I'm doing pass.
Yeah, I got my checking up 1 point. I'll probably get like double my hits just because that's how the sim's gonna work.
That damn Sims.
All right, Evoc. Halifax got 2 more snipers in the draft. Talking about them. Why the hell does Halifax need more snipers?
Well, because snipers score goal. Uh, but if you want a real answer, I would say that we didn't pick them because they were sniper, but because they were the best player available. Like, we had the opportunity to pick Brom and Leaf, and to be honest, those guys are like known recruit, and they are really great to be around in the locker room. So I think we went more with that than the player style. Because at the end of the day, you have to also remember, like we were just saying, that Simon T decide what Simon T want. And despite the fact you're saying I'm a sniper, you might end up like playing like a playmaker anyway. Just because Simon
Definitely.
T will decide you pass more than anything else. So
And I mean, it changes from game to game. I see, like, I'll have a streak of a lot of assists passing, and then next thing I know, I'm gonna have like 4 shots a game for a couple games.
yeah, so like I have absolutely like nothing to explain why we went with them, except that we really went for the best player available.
All right, a late trend seems to be when wingers create their player, they almost always go sniper. We're staying on this trend. Any reason why that's the case? I think it's pretty black and white with it. Um, Everybody wants to score points. They want to be the superstar, and what better way than to be the sniper that scores the game winner? You know, you don't want to be the defensively sound playmaker. Some people do, but most people want to score goals.
I need to agree with you on that. When I created my player in this league, without knowing anyone, without talking to anyone, because I found this league on Reddit and I didn't know shit about it, I was like, I want to create a player that can score. I want to see the big number in the goal category, and like I decided to go with a winger because you don't have to worry about face off. And well, sniper allow you to like score those goals. So this is most likely the reason everyone goes like sniper, because they want to see the big number.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, you might get the assists in other areas, but the goals just stand out more.
Yeah, like you can be a really great playmaker and get like 50 points a season, but what player want like most people like to see is not the player that will get 10 goal, 30 assists, like for 40 points. They want to see the 30 goal, 10 assists for 40 points. Because you feel like you help more your team, because like I scored those goals despite like the playmaker doing as much as job than you.
Definitely. All right. And his last question, you may not answer this as I don't know if you answer NHL related questions, but thoughts on the Habs and Penguins upcoming seasons. And I have no problem talking about NHL.
I have no problem either.
You can go first on this one.
Uh, well, the Abs, uh, we lost a major piece with Radulov leaving to the Stars, I think. And we also lost Markov to the KHL. So those are two big pieces that we lost that will hurt on the short term, in my opinion, the Habs. But we also got the acquisition of Drouin, which will, I hope, help to boost a lot our offense and will compensate for the fact that Radulov left. I would have loved to see both of them in the team, but I mean, life is life, and sometimes you just don't have any choice. So I guess they didn't get the right offer from our GMs, but at the same time, you don't want to end up in a salary cap hell more than you already are.
Yeah, definitely.
So like if I let me check what's the cap of the app right now. I'm curious because I don't think we have a lot of money left, like mini team. Where are we? Uh, okay, we actually have more cap than I thought we did, but that's probably because like just I said, like Markov left and didn't resign. Like if Markov had stayed, our salary cap would have been way different. And
Oh
actually,
yeah.
like we have money, but next year Price is getting a 4 million upgrade to his salary, and like we have to resign Pleganek if we want to resign him, and some we have to resign a few players. So like
Yeah, Tori Mitchell, Hemsky, Deneau is a restricted free agent.
yeah, Dano. I don't know how much of those free agents will actually resign because everything will depend of how they did this season because those are depth. Everyone
Yeah.
who's currently on a like need to be resigned next year except Plikanek is depth. So like I don't know how much we'll actually resign or if we will get our farm team going.
You do have Pacioretty coming up in 2 seasons though,
Yeah, that's another.
and Paul Byron.
Yeah. So those are two like Byron will probably get a great update if he can like keep his play right now. So yeah, on the long run, I still think the Habs will be like pretty good because we still have the major key piece of the theme in Pacioretty, Price, Gallagher, Shea Weber, Byron. We still have him, so like I expect them to do still really good this season.
Oh yeah, I think any team with Price has a good chance to go far.
Yeah. Like this goaler is just like the best right now.
As far as the Penguins, I have high hopes. I mean, I think we're favorites again to win the Cup for a third season. I want it again because you're not ever going to say you don't. But at the same time, I'm not going to be heartbroken if we don't win it this time after back-to-back. You know, if somebody else wins it other than someone in the Metro, I probably wouldn't be pissed. Or a couple of the other teams, Blackhawks, Kings, both of those. I don't ever want to see it win again. I think we're in a pretty good spot, though. Looking at it, we have a little over $3 million in cap space. I'm assuming we're going to save that to make a deadline deal just in case. We need a third center still, so we might try and trade somebody. I don't know who. Maybe Hornquist.
You can trade us like Crosby. We won't mind.
No, I think we'll keep him. Like Hornquist is a free agent after this season. We have a surplus of right wingers. That might not be a bad one to try and deal. That frees up $4 million, and we could bring maybe a 3C back if he waives his no trade clause. I think the biggest thing for us though is as long as we stay healthy, we're fine because we get riddled with injuries season after season. Especially Letang last season, and then going through the whole playoffs and winning it without him. So imagine what we can do with him. I think losing Fleury hurts and replacing him with Niemi, but Murray, as long as he stays healthy, should be fine. It's the only reason Fleury even played is because Murray got hurt. And our D's looking all right. Top 4, our top 3 lines are as strong as ever. I think we'll be all right. So that's all I got to say about the Pens.
Yeah, those are really good team in the league that everyone has kind of high expectation for them.
Yeah, if we don't win it all, then it's not a good year. So, but it is what it is, and you can't win every single game or every cup. So I'm not expecting it, but I would like it. All right, Ace is up next with his fuck one, marry one, kill one of Rosie O'Donnell, Oprah Winfrey, and Whoopi Goldberg. And definitely marrying Oprah because she's Oprah rich.
Yeah.
And Rosie O'Donnell has to die because ew. So I guess that leaves Whoopi for the fuck.
I don't even know like who the fuck is Rosie O'Donnell, I'll be honest. Like even googling her, I'm like, I have no clue what this girl is doing in life.
She was bigger in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think.
I might be too young then. I don't know.
I'm only like 2 years older than you.
I know. Well, at the same time, I'm not watching like American TV shows.
Yeah, that's probably
like,
the biggest thing.
Because I mean, I'm Canadian, like everyone know that, so. And the only reason why I know like Whoopi Goldberg is because she played like in movie that were adapted in French. Because like I don't think Rosie O'Donnell really played in a lot of movie compared to like Whoopi, so. Or at least I just end up like. Well, actually, Whoopi didn't like play in many film either. Oh no, wait, the filmography was not on our Wikipedia article. Never mind. And I said nothing. She played in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, just because of that, it's like it's a big difference that I could see her more than the others. But yeah, your answer is pretty much what I would do.
Yep. Thanks, Ace. Storm up next. Why am I the best SMJHL commish ever?
For my part, by working with you, Storm, I think you handled well the season so far, and even the off season. Right now, I know that a lot of people are wondering when the preseason will actually start, but that's also something up to the simmer and not just only you. But like, you got the paperwork done early for the off season. You made sure the drafts went smoothly by making sure to divide the task and everything. So I think overall you're doing a pretty good job, like as to what a commissioner should be doing.
I haven't really talked to you much, Storm, so I'm gonna just agree because I don't see anything you've done wrong. But I'm not paying attention to the things you're probably doing right.
Well, it's just because it's something happening in the background, so like most of the things are not like in your face kind of thing, so it's sometimes hard to miss. Like the paperwork, I mean, like you probably have no idea what the paperwork is and everything, so. Or you might, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't see it. You being in head office with the intern, you get to see a lot more of that, where I don't see it at all. So I know he's doing his job. The league's running great right now, but I don't see it. So you're doing great, I assume, because we're not having a meltdown yet. All right. How many seasons do you expect to play down in the SMJHL? I think we touched on this a couple times.
Yes, but maybe Storm wasn't listening before, so we're just gonna go over like really quick. My expectation so far is to spend this year. I know Iggy told me quickly that I could be called as soon as like next year, but to be honest, like after talking with him and everything, personally, I would prefer to stay longer in the G in order to help the Raiders instead of like riding the like fourth line in a second team like New. Not that I don't like New because it's an amazing team right now, but like I still want my player to be able to like perform and everything, and by being on the fourth line, it's not the same thing as crushing it in the G.
Yeah. I would say I want 2 more seasons. I mean, this one and another one. Calgary's stacked, especially on the blue line. I mean, a lot of them are getting older, so that's why we have 3 pretty high-profile defensive prospects coming in to be the future. But they're still going to be good for another season or 2 easy, if not more. So I think I probably won't get called up for another 2 seasons, at least, maybe 3, depending on what Calgary does with free agents and trades, because they're always making deals, always bringing people in. So we'll see. I wouldn't expect for me to go up until I'm at like 700 or more TPE at least anyways. And are you happy with your draft position, or do you feel you deserve to be higher/lower? I think I'm pretty much right where I think I should have been. This draft was so wonky with how many great players were in it, and you could have ordered 2 through 14 or 13 or 12, somewhere in that area in any way, and it would have been fine.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, the first round was easily predictable. Like, showed the mock draft of many people. The only thing in the first round that me and TDZ got wrong, because we pretty much had the same thing in the first round, is Sammy Owen going 9th. Like we mentioned, like after reflection, that's a great choice, but that's just something that we didn't know where. Like we didn't know that Sammy Owen was on the radar of the Hamilton.
Yeah, I think I had him going like 15th, 16th, like 16th maybe, like right into the second round. So I'm not surprised at all that he slipped in there. I mean, great player, high TPE.
Yeah. So for what it is of draft position, like it could have been like in any way. I personally feel that I'm right where I should be, like in the top 3. You never say no to going higher rather than lower, to be honest, because everyone has some kind of ego to feed. But like even if I had slipped lower to 3rd overall, going like to the Blizzard at 4th, or the Winnipeg at 6th, like I wouldn't have mind. Like they are all great teams.
Yeah, that's why I'm not mad at sliding. Not worried about it either. I think I ended up where I probably should have been, and I ended up on the team that I probably wanted to go to the most. So
yeah, and they moved up to get 2.
Yeah, so all's well that ends well. So I'm fine with it.
The next question are from Bilbo. So his first question is, have any opinions on waffles?
I love them. Every single way that you could have waffles. Waffle fries, waffle cones, actual waffles, chicken and waffles. It doesn't matter. They're great.
Waffles are amazing. Like, yeah. I used to eat that every morning for like a big part of my high school. I was like, my mother was buying the Eggo one, like Eggo waffles with chocolate chip in it, and it was so great. Like, I could
so fast and easy.
Yeah, and my day was like starting on the great way, like waffles and chocolate. Like you cannot ask anything more, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean chicken and waffles is one of my favorite things too.
Chicken and waffle?
Yeah, it's fried chicken and waffles, and you use the syrup, so the sweet with the savory.
That's actually quite interesting. I never had that. I never thought of mixing them together, to be honest.
It's America for you.
You guys are so weird, but it looks so good.
It is so good. It's worth it.
Like I'm seeing like one here, like waffles and like chicken with the ani. Oh my god, yeah. That looks amazing.
I had one 2 weeks ago, and it was like basically like chicken breast fillet, and they made the waffle into like the bread, and then they had like a sriracha syrup on it. It was like a spicy, different kind of maple. It was like sriracha maple something. So it kind of had the maple syrup flavor, but still had the like kick from the sriracha. Oh, it was so good.
Man, it looks amazing. I need to get that. I don't know if they're doing that in Montreal, but like I need to find that.
Someone might.
It's sure, but like I need to Google that now.
All right, next question is for you. How are you liking the Wolfpack? Anything or person, Eggy, who you don't like?
So far it's been about a week. Yeah, it's been exactly a week actually. That I think. I hope. my time notion are really disturbed. Like I don't know when last week was. So I think it's been a week that I'm in the Wolfpack, and like right now, like we said last week, it's really amazing. Like the Discord is so active that sometimes I just give up on reading of what you all are saying because I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not catching up like 500 message. Fuck it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't have anything or anyone I hate. Well, the only thing I would say I hate with the locker room, it's not against someone. It's just that
Drama.
we have so many channels that are totally useless that I mute like all of them, so I don't get like notification about them. Like we have a channel that is basically just to spam thinking emoji, I think. So yeah, you can see the way of what it is. Oh, we have one that is just for table flip. So yeah, those are not the kind of channel. Like I mute all of them because like I don't want to receive notification of like someone table flipping like 80 table.
That's understandable though.
But it's not a bad thing about the team, so.
Oh yeah.
Just a Discord.
It's just still team related, so get some drama there, Eggy. Hope you're listening to this.
Yeah, please don't trade me, Iggy.
How are the Red Wings going to do this season?
Oh my god, I don't even know who the fuck is on the Red Wing.
I'll probably handle most of this question.
Okay, go ahead.
Because one of pretty much my best friend is a Red Wings fan. So I follow them, not like closely, but I keep up with it a lot just because I can talk to them or talk to him about that, as well as talking to we could talk about Pittsburgh or just hockey in general. I think they have a decent shot, but I'm not too sure. I still think the team's young, so they have some really great veteran presence like Zetterberg, but overall the team's so young, I just don't think they have enough to get over the hump right now. Not with the way the current roster is set up. Zetterberg's going to be great. Nyquist is great for how young he still is. You got Larkin. Anthony Mantha is going to be a stud one day. I can't say enough of that kid. And Athanasiou, AA, he's going to be great. I already love watching him speed down the ice. But there's black holes there too. Abdelkader, I think, is a piece of garbage. Without being too mean, but he makes 4.25 to be a glorified goon, I think. And the D's weak. Other than Mike Green and DeKaiser, I think the D is definitely on the weak side. Cronwall's getting too old. I'm surprised he can actually even still skate with how many injuries he's had. Trevor Daley's going to help, but he's getting up there in age a little bit. And you have people like Jonathan Erickson, who's a joke and is a pylon, and still makes $4.25 million. So I think they'll do all right, but if I had to guess, I'd say second to last in the Atlantic.
Yeah, what you said. Like, that sounds great. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
about the Red Wing.
you don't follow him, so probably everything I said was gibberish.
Well, you said name, I was like, oh, okay, I know this guy, but that's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is, what are your thoughts on famous actor playing characters in music video? Does it distract you from the song, or do you enjoy their performance? Bilbo, I will be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm guessing he means like movie actors being
Yeah.
in music videos.
Yeah, but I don't remember seeing any, like, well, I'm not a big fan of watching music video from the start. And the second thing I will say is, to be honest, like, as long as the song sounds good, like, I will not honestly care. Because, like, okay, yeah, I might recognize, Arya Stark from, like, Game of Thrones in a music video, but, which I don't even know the name, Maisie Williams, I think, Maisie Williams, um, which is the actress in a music video, and, like, I will forget in 10 minutes, like, I don't care if the music is good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, and I can't even think of but one band who I remember seeing music videos with actors in, and
That's pretty much it.
is The Lonely Island, because they use a lot of cameos.
Yeah. Well, those are actually a great example, like, but they're also really parodic, like, song. So, like, but
Yeah, they're all parodies, but I think the actors add to it, if anything, because
yeah,
I
yeah,
love seeing them in this dumb, stupid lyric parody doing whatever it is.
yeah. So only, like, for example, like this, it's actually really great to see actor doing stupid stuff.
But other than that, I can't think of any actors that were in music videos off the top of my head. But like you said, I don't watch music videos as much anymore unless they're more of a funny music video kind of thing. I used to a lot in high school and stuff. And then, like, when I was like 12, 13, MTV actually only played music instead of the garbage they play now, so that was all music videos.
Yeah, like, for my part, most of what I'm doing is, like, starting the music video on YouTube, alt-tabbing to do something else. So, I don't really listen to them.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Coach Biz, Izzy.
Okay, so this question will be more for you, because I kinda already answered when Bilbo has the question, like, about my team.
Oh, yeah.
So, how has your first week been on Calgary?
It's been amazing. I mean, I love the team. Essa is probably the best thing I could ask for in a GM. The team's been warm and welcoming. I don't think I could have went to a better team for me. So, 10 out of 10. Would chicken farm again.
Okay.
And last up is Bojo. I'm doing it like that because it is not Bojo anymore.
Yeah, it's Bojo. With the French accent.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question, I will read it word for word. How many hot dogs?
I'm assuming eat Bojo. I don't know. I'm going to say 3. Without sides. If I'm getting like fries or something with it, then like 2 hot dogs. Or some potato chips.
That sounds like a decent answer.
Yeah.
Like, for my part, like, everything depends of, like, what the DZ said, what's in it, or what are the sides, and also what kind of hot dog it is. Because if it's just, like, the cheap hot dog, like, with the like 12-pack sausage, like, that you can buy for $2, the really cheap one, I can probably hit way more than 2. Um, but if it's like fancy hot dog, like or like to a baseball game hot dog, which is like the big sausage,
Oh, the
big
footlongs.
buns, yeah, like that's one. Like that's
Yeah,
no more than
that's
that
enough.
one.
And most of the time they come with like chili or something else on them, and it's just like, no, that's too much.
Yeah, and that's even if I finish the one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my answer. Between 1 and 5, most likely. When I'm really, really hungry and there's nothing else than hot dogs.
And then second question, word for word, favorite pony.
I have no idea.
I'm assuming this is My Little Pony,
Yeah,
but
I'm not listening to that show.
yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. It's for little kids. I'm sorry, Eggy, Storm, apparently you, Bojo.
Well, I don't think Bojo likes it. I think he
I
was
don't
just
know.
making fun of me being in New England, to be honest.
Yeah, the Pony Squad,
The pony pack.
whatever. Yeah, Pony Pack. Maybe he meant like your favorite teammate. I don't know.
I don't know, because at the same time, I'm not yet playing with them. I'm just in the locker room with them. So yeah, but favorite pony, none.
Yeah, none.
I don't know if there's one named none, but that's it. Like that's that pony. So this concludes the question for today. So that leaves us with about 8 minutes to talk about the draft. And if we can touch a bit the IHF. So the
Alright, draft list up. Alrighty. Looking at this. I think it was no surprise. First 4 picks were recreates. Actually, first 5 picks were recreates.
Yeah. And actually, maybe Jack Tanner is too, but I don't remember who's this player.
I think that's Beaver.
Okay, so if it's Beaver, it's not a recreate. Let me go see in the militia players. But yeah, the first 5 pick are not really surprising. Yeah, that's Beaver, so it's not a recreate.
Yeah, so I mean you got Bojo and Braum.
Yeah, Braum and Leaf in order.
And then Rain.
And Jamie.
And then Jamie, yeah. So I'm surprised Jamie went first goalie.
Second.
Just because
Bojo is first.
Yeah, Bojo. I keep forgetting he's a goalie.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But I'm surprised she went second goalie, even just because a lot of people seem to see her as a very polarizing person, and they rather love her or they hate her, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Kelowna loved her. I don't have a problem with Jamie at all. I think she's pretty funny.
Well, she might also be what Kelowna is looking for. Like, I know Jamie is like aiming to be a career, from what I understand, career backup goalie.
Yeah.
So if they just want someone to fill the role, like especially in the G, it doesn't matter if you're capping at 350 or going over.
Yeah, I think
she'll
be the starter down there because Thompson, I think, is probably on his last year.
Okay.
But after that, then once she's out of Kelowna, she'll be that's what she wants, be a career backup. Otherwise, she has the option to be a starter somewhere if she wants to put the work in.
Yeah, that's definitely like she probably is proven to stick around. She also started her own league, which is Get On My Hockey League. She's the founder. So because she wanted something more easy than the SHL, like something you could like do in one day and then forget.
Yeah.
So just because of that.
Which is basically what I do.
That's pretty much it, right?
I go on there one day a week and do the activity check, and I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, I did a minute too, and that's it. Like
I don't even do that.
Yeah, for me it's finished in like an hour max, 30 minutes. No, that's more 30 minutes. And I forget. That's it.
All right, and then looking at the rest of this first round, Jurgis Belota. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's on Tannis. I think he's going to be a steal.
Yeah.
That
Like,
kid is dedicated.
he's gonna be good. Like when I talked to him, like I talked to him a lot before the draft, and like he was really interested in the draft. Did big, well, in the league, did big article to get on the radar of some GM. I'm not really surprised he went like 7th overall. He probably would have been like 6th if, like I think Jack Tanner is a defenseman, so like people tend to pick defensemen before. But if it wasn't of that, it would probably be like,
Yep, he is defense.
yeah, it would probably be like 6. So if it wasn't of Broom and Leaf, it would probably be on the radar right now. But they were kind of too good player to pass on for the Raiders, especially since we're gonna go like we're gunning for the cup this week, like many teams. Another good player is Kaiser's one, Hans Ulrich, which is also in Detroit. So Detroit will be something like crazy in the future years.
Yeah, I think Detroit had a pretty good draft. Plus, they have Chris already there. So they have a good foundation now.
Yeah, they got the Barlow's boys too. Like they managed to get both. Like they managed to pick one in the draft and traded the second one from Colorado.
Yeah, I can't remember which one's which. One of them will be active. I think he's a recreate, and the other one is his brother, and probably won't. So
no, they are both active
right now.
Yeah, right now.
There's concerns there. So I think by getting them both, it makes it easier because they can keep the one that is active on the other one's tail to stay active.
Yeah, that's true. And also, like, usually when people want to create players together and play together, it really helps to be on the same team. So it, like, I know we had this issue with the Klazov this past season, where someone picked one and the Raider picked the others, and like, well, they weren't traded to the same team, and now one is basically inactive right now, or like really semi-active, low inactive.
Yeah, that's Mac and his wife, and Mac has a reputation for a reason, I think.
Yeah, so like getting both of the Barlow boys on the same team will really help them to stay active. They will also probably most likely have a chance to play IHF together earlier rather than later, because they are both in Ireland. So,
which is good for you.
Which is good for me. Like when I learned that yesterday, because I didn't check when I was approving those players last year. After the draft. After the trade deadline, actually, I think they created. Because I was not the head at that time, so I really didn't care. But, like, when I learned that yesterday, I was like, oh my god, this is doing my day. Like, I'm sure to have, like, depth to good winger in the same period of time that my player will be also, like, at the top. So it's really gonna be amazing.
Definitely.
After that, what to say about the draft is one thing that surprised me, but also I didn't follow that much what she was doing, is that Noor's girlfriend falling to 3rd round.
I think that was more just based on need and a lot of people not wanting an enforcer.
Yeah, that could be it. Like she was also the 3rd pick of Montreal, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, them trading up and giving up their 2nd to be able to move up to that 1st pick. So, I think they did. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think they don't have any.
Wait, no. Well, they traded us their second, and then we traded that second to Colorado.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out. But yeah, it's possible that it's because like she was an enforcer, but like I was actually surprised to see her dropping that far. I was expecting her to go like second round. Um, but after everything, like if they don't want someone that will take penalty like all the time in the matches, well, it makes sense that they don't pick that player because she will be getting a lot of penalty, I think.
Oh yeah, and that's a reason why I've kind of shied away from putting anything into checking or anything like that, because I've noticed a pretty decent correlation between higher checking and the sheer amount of penalties that people start taking. And I don't understand the reason. I mean, checking has perks, so I'm not saying no, don't put stuff into checking, but I don't understand people's.
Because Loco would not like you if you say not put anything on checking.
It's not the checking and the hits that bother me. It's just the amount of penalties, and I don't understand why people are fascinated with getting more, because it hurts your team.
Yeah, like when I see people getting happy to get like to have the lead in penalties minute and everything, I'm like, but dude, that's not helping you at all.
Yeah, your team's on the penalty kill for half the game, and you can't win if you can't score because you're a man down the whole time.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I know, like, well, I seem to, like, Simon T seems to award a lot of penalty in my opinion. Like, there's some games that, like, I wrote letters about that, well, basically, the other team took, like, almost 30 minutes of penalty. So it's like, but why? Like,
yeah.
why?
I mean, I had 6 penalty minutes all season.
I got 16, I think, which is way more than I was like liking. But I guess it's life. Like that's what you get for playing a lot of minute 2. Like I mean, I was playing like more than 20 minutes a day, like a game. So with my little 60 endurance.
Yeah. I mean, I bumped my endurance up a lot. So.
Yeah, it's at 17 now, which is going to be really alright in the G.
Yeah, I mean, just because I didn't expect Joe to make a trade for D, so I figured we were probably going to be running 2 D pairs more. And I pumped 75 into endurance because I figured I would be having to play a little bit more ice time. And then Joe made some trades, and now we have stacked D all the way down, and I don't need it, but I already redistributed, so I'm kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for like changing it and everything.
I can't, because I did it already this season.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just have to deal with it, and it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I had this plan for my 350 build for like a month now, at least, if not a month and a half. So I've been working on it up to this point, and I finally was able to get it there.
Yeah, I planned my 350 build a long time ago. I think that's you that most likely talked to me about it.
It was.
I don't remember who it was, but I thought it was an excellent idea, and I made my build beforehand, and I ended up like changing it at the last second actually. Like because the first one I had was to put 60 points in face off, well up to 60. So like 20 points in face off. But when I was actually like building it during the update, I was like 60 is a lot for a winger like in the G. Like it would be better if I can like up another category instead. So I ended up moving like 4 points of those to put in puck handling, I think.
Definitely. I think it's going to be a good year for a lot of teams. It's going to be interesting and fun. I think the only team that's probably guaranteed to not have so hot a season is Montreal.
Well, they could surprise, but yeah, they have a lot of rookie, lot of. I
think they shipped off too much.
Yeah, I don't think they have any kind of like I don't know their roster, but like they might not have a lot of high TP players. Like actually, I am having the player right now in front of me. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 player over 300, and
Yeah,
that's
and
all.
they traded us too, so they're in full rebuild for the most part, and I think it's probably not going to be the best for them, but they have a good core, and the next season it's just going to get better.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They're gonna get really good. All
I,
right. So I
I
think
think
this was
that's the
all.
time.
Yep, yep. This is the time since 6 minutes actually.
Oh well.
Thank you everyone to have listened to the podcast.
Thank you for your questions.
Yeah,
We definitely need those.
feel free to leave more, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. You guys take it easy. I love you all.
We love you all. Like I love them all too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.